On her first day at school, the girl harshly disciplined the school bully with dyed yellow hair, who was actually her great-grandson. She grabbed the great-grandson, hitting and scolding him. She even said how disappointed his parents would be. The angry school bully had never experienced such humiliation. Just as he was about to call his followers to fight back, the girl waved her hand, and his followers were too scared to step forward. She also mocked them, saying with their physical condition she could take on 10 of them at once. The school bully suddenly felt that the newly transferred girl seemed to exude a bloodline pressure. He immediately fled with his followers in embarrassment. Little did he know the girl was actually his family's great-grandmother, whom they had respected for 70 years. It turned out that 70 years ago, as a physics professor, she had raised her son Yingbao alone. When she was happily heading home for New Year, a car suddenly crashed toward her son. In that critical moment she pushed her son away, but fell into a pool of blood herself. Hearing her son's blurry crying, her consciousness gradually faded. Just when she thought she would be separated from the world forever, the next second her consciousness suddenly cleared. She cried out loudly, but was met with confusion from people around her. Her father came over telling her not to embarrass herself on this important day, meeting Mr. G. As soon as he finished speaking, Mr. G walked in from outside. She could hardly believe her eyes. She rushed over, calling him husband in front of everyone. It turned out Mr. G looked exactly like her deceased husband. Her mother hurriedly came forward to apologize. She realized her husband had already passed away. She quickly asked about Mr. G's relationship with Ji Shuning. Ji Shuning was actually her son Yingbao. Hearing this rude question, everyone thought she was crazy, because Ji Shuning was the grandfather of the wealthy Mr. G. She hurriedly asked what year it was, and learned it was already 2025. Shocked, she rushed outside. The unprecedented prosperous scene convinced her that she had traveled 70 years into the future. At that moment she saw her aged son Yingbao on a screen. She immediately proposed to see her son. Mr. G was very angry after hearing this, saying the Rong family's daughter had no manners. Thus the great-grandson left the banquet hall with an angry face. Little did he know he would soon regret his unfilial behavior. Meanwhile she was taken home by her parents. It turned out she was now the eldest daughter of the Rong family, who had just been brought back from the countryside. She was not loved by her parents, had poor grades, and had a scheming younger sister. She had no interest in this family, so she went to school the next day, since heaven had given her a chance to live again. She wanted to live this life well. Unexpectedly, as soon as she arrived at school, she saw the yellow-haired bully acting like he owned the place, tearing up test papers in public, saying he was dropping out, while his followers were praising him. The next second the lawless yellow-haired boy was kicked. As a university physics professor in her previous life, she despised troublemaker students the most. She immediately educated him properly on behalf of his ancestors. She also lamented how upset his ancestors would be if they knew. Little did she know she herself was the boy's ancestor. It turned out the yellow-haired boy was Mr. Ji's younger brother. After school, while playing with her newly learned phone, she again marveled that phones were the greatest invention of this era. While scrolling, she suddenly saw news that her son was being sent back to the country for medical treatment. She immediately rushed to the Ji family villa. By then many reporters had already gathered. When the reporters were being led elsewhere by the yellow-haired boy, she saw her son being pushed out in a wheelchair, but in the end she was still stopped.